The humidity was back today. It kind of hit me in the face right when I walked out the door.
You know, it's weird because I was just going to comment that I thought it felt better.
Oh, wow.
So it's all, I guess, you know what, here's what it is. It was really high last week. It came down. I'm enjoying that only because by the numbers, I know it's down, and maybe it's a mental thing, knowing it's going to be coming back even more so tomorrow, but it's not gone. So
I
we're
felt
both right.
sticky. That was the problem. If you start to feel sticky, that's when you know.
Well, here's the thing. It is still humid out there. It's just less humid than it was. So, you know, we're kind of in that, everyone's going to take it a little bit differently. Good observation right here. Now, last night, though, with these recently clear skies, had a beautiful look of the moon, kind of crossing through the sky, time-lapse from the overnight hours. Looks like we have another good night to do some outdoor observing as well. Take a look at your evening forecast. Through the next several hours, we're going to be looking at those temperatures falling back down through the 80s. And into the lower 80s by 9 o'clock. Warm evening, milder by late once the sun goes down, should still be mostly clear. A look up north at Seneca from our Spring Creek Golf Course, lots of sunshine up in Nemaha County. Out to the west at Junction City, partly cloudy, and overall a comfortable day, 89 degrees. The heat index a little bit higher than the air temperature, but not by much, 91. East winds at 6. 89's been the high so far. You go back about 4 or 5 days ago and we were in the upper 80s. The heat index was in the 100s. So it's not as muggy as it was, but as we were mentioning, it's not that it's not humid at all. We still have humidity in the air, and that still has to be factored in. So temperatures, which are in the middle to upper 80s, even 90 at Marysville, when you factor in the humidity, which is generally mid to upper 60s for a dew point right now, it makes the air temperature come up into the lower 90s. Nothing terribly hot, but it's noticeable, especially if you do any kind of strenuous activity. You'll feel it out there at that point. Tomorrow, though, that's when the humidity starts to really make a return back to those muggy to oppressive levels, 70 to 75 on the dew point compared to today's 65 to 68. So you'll notice that difference tomorrow. And here's what happens with the heat index. We climb out of the 60s into the lower to mid 90s as that humidity rises throughout the area on a southeast wind. Low to mid 90s easily, if not even mid to upper 90s at some points during the daytime tomorrow. But then we get another push of kind of some cooling and upper 80s and lower 90s on Thursday. So it's not going to be a hot week ahead. There's a little spike tomorrow upward on the humidity values. Skies are mostly clear across most of the area. And if you look off to the west, there's a lot of showers out over the Rockies. And we're tracking this area of unsettled weather. As it pushes east, it's going to trigger some scattered thunderstorms a little closer to home. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, but watch what happens, not in the evening as much as overnight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms develop, and then we should break free of some of that, at least for part of the day on Thursday. So for tomorrow, 68, a mild start to the day. As we head through the day, the heat, the humidity build in, 92 for the high, southeast winds, a hot, humid afternoon, and the clouds start to build up in the evening, eventually giving way to some scattered thunderstorms. As we look at your KSNT Storm Track 7-day forecast, 30% chance of those storms mainly late, a much better chance overnight, even into early Thursday. And then we may catch a break for a while on Thursday with additional thunderstorms around as we head into Friday, a scattering of storms Friday and Saturday with highs in the middle to upper 80s, and then back up in the low 90s on Sunday, and the heat builds back in next week, easily climbing up into the middle 90s by Monday and Tuesday.
All right, I guess it's the heat's not going away.
No, you know, it's obviously still summer, but tomorrow you'll feel it, I think, a little bit more. You thought today was humid. Tomorrow will be far more humid than today, but just for one day, and then we catch another break.
Oh boy, note to self, don't go outside tomorrow.
You'll make it.
All right.